Hey guys, welcome back. I wanted to do a quick unboxing and reveal of the Mac Mini that I just recently purchased. I been wanting to get this computer. I've been needing a computer for a while, and so I decided to go with the Mac Mini, which is basically Apple computer tower for whatever monitor you want to use it with. Now, the main reason that I chose the Mac Mini is because it has an M1 chip in it, and it honestly is the cheapest route and option in trying to get the performance of an M1 chip. So basically, for my research, I'll add just a link to a video that I found that had a lot more technical terms in it to what the M1 chip does and kind of what it provides. But basically, from my understanding, and I wrote some of this down so that I could put it more in layman's terms to make it a little quicker and to give you all some reasons why it's a pretty good option if you're wanting to do any type of work, honestly, like video editing, even spreadsheets, I believe. So basically, the M1 chip has been a big deal, and I didn't really know about it that much. I've seen it here and there, but basically, the M1 chip has become such a big deal because it's Apple's first standalone chip that they've really created on their own, and it's been years in the making. And basically, from what I can understand, they've been wanting to do something like this and bring the performance that iPhones can handle. So basically, the M1 chip is faster, better processing power and performance. It can handle bigger jobs in less amount of time. So I was watching a video of a guy who was saying he could download or import 4K videos in about 3 minutes with the M1 versus his non-M1 MacBooks were taking around 6 to 7 minutes, which is pretty great for 4K. It uses less power. I guess that's a big deal. So a lot of the MacBooks, and I think even some of like the Macs themselves, they run hot a lot because the processor is working so hard, and so they have a lot of fan noise because the fan's constantly kicking on because it's getting hot because it's using so much power to do these bigger jobs. And with this M1 chip, it can do more with less power, so it doesn't really have that heating issue, which is great if you're doing more. It can do it in less time and use less power. So with the MacBooks that are coming out with the M1 that's using less power, you don't have to charge it as often. It usually will last a whole day depending on what kind of work you're doing. Apple had originally been using Intel processors, and now that they've switched to the M1, they're kind of on a standalone, which is what they've been wanting to do for a while. It's perfect for editing and finishing 4K videos, like I said. And specifically why I got it is because, like I said, it's the cheapest way to get into an M1 and its compatibility. And the Mac Mini itself, I'll just show y'all. This is what you get. And this is the cheapest option for the Mac Mini itself. You can get a bigger RAM, which I think this one's 8 gigabytes. You can get a 16 gigabyte RAM, which, as far as I can tell, 16 gigabyte is a better way to go. So it's definitely more expensive. This was $800 out the door. Not 800 even, but 840 something, I think. That was with Apple Care, so if you don't get Apple Care, it might be a little cheaper than that. But this is $800, and that's honestly the cheapest option for getting something that's running an M1 chip right now. All the MacBook Airs, the Macs themselves, are anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500, plus tax and Apple Care. Obviously, bring you probably up to $3,000 possibly, depending on what option you get. So this is why I went with the Mac Mini. You can use it with almost any display. I know Apple makes it's called a Thunderbolt display, which is supposed to be a high-res 4K display, I think. It might be 5K, but I think it's 4K. It's supposed to have amazing color resolution and match well with the Mac Minis. And of course it is pricey because it's such a great display. But the compatibility with this alone on any display is what makes it so great. I mean, I can use it on my display that I just bought, and it'll probably perform very well, honestly, just from the processor alone. The only thing that sucks is like a MacBook Air would be easier to carry around, but I really don't need a MacBook Air. I'm going to do all my editing in my media room anyway. The cool thing about Macs and Apple products alone is that they have a support feature called Sidecar that I honestly have never known about. but you can actually use your iPad as a secondary display for your Macs or for like this Mac Mini. I can actually use it as a display, which is pretty cool. So like my wife has an iPad, and if I can use her iPad as a display for my Mac Mini, which is great. Or if you have a Mac desktop, then you can actually use it as a secondary screen for your Mac, or you can mirror whatever you're using on your iPad onto your Mac desktop, which is really cool. I had never known about that, but that is another cool thing. I can, if I ever buy another iPad for myself, I can use that as a secondary display for this, probably along with my display that I have, which is really cool. That is a really cool option to have. So maybe if I don't want to edit videos in here, I can use my iPad and edit videos on in the living room or just wherever I'm at around the house. As long as I have connectivity, I can use my iPad as a display for my Mac Mini. Another great thing about the Mac Mini is this is, of course, I got this from another video, but because of the ports that it has 2 Thunderbolt Lightning ports, and then it has 2 USB-A ports. The only thing it doesn't have, which kind of sucks, is an SD card port. I probably can get an adapter for that to where I can use a USB-A, but other than that, it has a lot of connectivity. It has an Ethernet cable port as well, and its versatility is probably what attracted me most to it. Not only that, but it is a compact size. Like you probably don't want to take it with you somewhere, but the fact that you can, like it's not a huge computer tower, desktop tower. It's just this small box. I can literally unplug it, throw it in, take the power cord with me, and I have everything stored with me right here, which is great. If I ever had to, or if my monitor went out and I needed to get another one or go somewhere and use somebody's monitor, I could just literally put it in probably a laptop case and take it with me wherever I need to go. I think that would be great for anyone who doesn't want to really carry around a laptop, who doesn't need the screen. If you're someone who does business and you can just unplug and take this with you to work and use it on your computer and then take it back home with you, I mean, that's probably a great option, honestly, instead of using a tiny display from a MacBook Air or something like that. You can use your setup that you have at home, unplug your Mac Mini, take it with you to work, plug it in there, and have everything you need with you. So this is just an option. Probably not likely to do that, but it is an option, which is great. I mean, that's still some value or worth to it. So like I was saying, I was going to do a small unboxing and reveal of kind of how it works. Honestly, I probably won't show much of it working. It works just like a regular Mac, so my screen will look just like a regular Mac, and it'll work the same way. But I'll do a small unboxing and show what you get for $800. Sorry, I'm waiting for it to drop. The box always likes to slide out. Okie dokie. So we got the box out, and you have nicely packed your Mac Mini. Nice and covered up, obviously, in plastic. Get this little guy out of here. Alright, it comes all nice and plastic like a lot of Apple products do. Got your little pull tab there. Kind of hurts to take your stuff out of the plastic sometimes, but probably going to have to so I can get to my ports. But yeah, this thing is got the plastic off, and this is what it looks like. This is really cool. Okay, so like I was trying to figure out, it looked like that, and I was like, where are my ports at? There's it's a black film is what it is that you pull off, which is going to be satisfying. Oh yeah, there it goes. You just pull that black film off, and then you have all your ports. You have HDMI. You probably can't see it that well. Oh, there you go. Kind of. HDMI, 2 lightning bolt ports, headphone jack, Ethernet cable, and then your power cord. And that's about it on those. So you get that. Of course, your little card. And then your power cord. I was half expecting for some reason to get a set of headphones like when you used to get with an iPhone. I don't even know if you don't. I'm not even sure if you get headphones anymore. So, got your power cord, nice and long, which is nice. Sometimes they're short, but nice long power cord. And that's it. For $800, you get your Mac Mini and a power cord, which is, I mean, in and of itself is the performance is well worth it for sure. So I will let my wife hoard this box because she keeps every single Apple box and device box we ever get. So this will probably be nicely stored away until the day I die. And I will show y'all a quick video, or I'll set it up and then I'll show y'all what it looks like. And honestly how it runs. I might do a quick run test on apps opening. From the videos that I watch, apps open almost instantaneously from what I've been watching. It processes so much faster. It is so much more fluid than any other processor Apple has ever produced, this is pretty much the first big PC style chip they've produced, as far as I know. And if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But like I said, I'll provide a link to the video that I watched that was a lot more technical. And yeah, let's cut to that. Alright guys, well now that I got everything set up, I thought I'd do a quick speed test. As y'all can see, everything looks just like a normal Mac. I have literally everything. I have my apps, my Safari, App Store. You even have your little launch pad right here with all your little apps that you use, Amazon Prime. I'm downloading right now. I will say I am using some older technology with this. My keyboard's from like a first generation iMac, so it couldn't exactly recognize it, and also my internet might play a part with that. I live outside of city limits, so I have great internet, but as from what I've heard, Amarillo has probably the suckiest coverage of internet from almost any provider. So I think internet will play a big part in that if you're anywhere else. You know, if you're in a place that has better coverage, you might have a lot faster download times. This has taken probably at maybe 2 minutes to load, this Amazon Prime right here. So it's not too bad, but I was expecting it to be a little quicker than that. Although all the apps seem to be launching very fast, so I am very happy with that. So yeah, we'll just do a quick launch test and see what y'all think. Just go to YouTube, pick the first video we see, and that's pretty freaking fast. I mean, I'm probably going to use iMovie still for now until, I mean, I want to get the Final Cut Pro, which is a great app, and it runs great with this chip from what I've heard. So I'm really excited to do that. But Final Cut Pro is like a $300 app, and so I'm not sure if I'm quite there yet. But hopefully I will get there one day. But for now, I'm probably going to use like Adobe Premiere or DaVinci Resolve and iMovie to kind of just get around for now. It's been helping me so far, so I think it's probably best to just keep doing that until I can justify paying $300 for an app, for an editing app. So yeah, that's been my test so far. I mean, I really don't have much to test out. Just the speed test is the only thing, and it's very fast. And just the connectivity that I have, you know, I connect to my messages and text my wife from my computer, which you've always been able to do with Macs anyway. But you have your Apple TV, and just the way everything connects, I can pretty much mirror. I could probably mirror stuff from my phone too. I never thought about that. But I just love the versatility of Apple stuff with their own products, and I just think it's so cool. Ricky Repass calls it free money. But yeah, so that's my speed test, guys, and yeah, that's my review, my unboxing so far of the Mac Mini with the M1 chip. So if you have any questions, be sure to comment. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to this video. This is probably one of my more open videos I've done on reviewing something. So be sure to like and share, hit that subscribe button, guys. And until next time, I'll see you on the next one, guys.